Hello students, in this video I am discussing about forecasting. Okay, so in that what is forecasting and need for a forecasting and steps involved in forecasting process. Okay, so the forecasting is nothing but the estimation of future events, okay, with respect to its timing and magnitude. Okay, so demand forecasting is nothing but the estimation of likely sales demand for a particular future period. The estimation of the future demand of product become important because it is essential for the organization to plan all the activities with respect to its investment and inputs. Okay, for a forecasting involves not only the estimation of the quantity of future sales, but it also its quality timing and local or place of availability of the product. Okay, so first we move on to need for a forecasting. Okay, so first need is the majority of the activities of industries depend upon the future sales. Okay, it's the first need. Okay, and the second one is demand forecasting is needed to take the decisions with respect to the investment in men, machinery and the materials, etc. Okay, and the third one is the forecasting is needed to schedule the production activities in order to ensure maximum utilization of the plant's capacity. Okay, so this is the third one, and the fourth one is forecasting is needed for the material planning in order to make the materials available in a right quantities and the right time for the production. Okay, and the fifth one is forecasting is needed to throw light on the future trend of the market, and the sixth one is forecasting is always necessary in the changing and uncertain technical and economical and the market scenario. Okay, and these are the needs for the demand forecasting. Okay, so next we move on to the steps in forecasting process. Okay, so the forecasting process depends on long term and short term objectives of the organization, and so long term objectives of forecasting. Okay, so the long term objectives are those which do not change in the immediate future. Okay, in other words, the long term objectives reflect the company's expectation of the of a magnitude of a business for a many years to come. Okay, so the decision taken to achieve the long term objectives are strategic in nature. Okay, so some of the long term objectives of forecasting in a business organization are: first one is a decision plant capacity, manpower planning, long run production planning, financial requirements for a long run, and the budgetary control over expenditure. Okay, so these are the forecasting objectives. Okay, so first we move on to deciding the plant capacity. Okay, so here plant capacity is always planned according to the expectations of the demand, right? So it is forecasting which determines the expected demand. So the size of the plant should be best meet the economic requirements of the company, right? So if the plant is too small to satisfy the demand, there is a loss of business, right? So if the plant is too big, the total cost of the product increases, right? So should be okay. So the next one is manpower planning. Okay, reliable and accurate forecast helps the management for in determining the manpower requirements and plan for the same. Okay, so second one, and the third one is long run production planning. A general production plan is involved for a long term based on a forecast of the sales demand, but in the long run the product and the production plans may have make adjustment owing to fluctuations in the market. Okay, so the fourth one is financial requirement for a long run. Okay, So demand forecasting helps to determine the long run financial requirements of the organization for working capital as well as for a capital expenditure. Okay, so the fifth one is budgetary control over the expenditure. The entire activity of the budgeting depends on upon the sales forecast, right? So the sales budget is first prepared, followed by the capital budget, production budget, the material budget, and so on. The budget helps in controlling the expenditure by identifying the variation of actual expenditures and planned expenditure. Okay, so these are the long term objectives. Okay, so next we move on to short term objectives of forecasting. So here first one is for formulation of production schedules, and the second one is the regulate supply and supply of raw materials better. Better utilization of plant capacity, regulate the supply of labor, and the forecasting of the short-term financial requirement. These are the short-term objectives. Okay, so first we discuss about formulation of production schedules. Okay, so forecasting helps to formulate the suitable production schedule in order to meet the demand, right? So the problems of the problems of under production or over the production must be avoided for the better results, right? So the next one is so the second short term objective is regulate supply of raw materials, right? So on the basis of forecasting, the raw material requirement can be planned and supplied at the appropriate intervals. Okay, and the third objective is better utilization of plant capacity. So forecasting leads to economic use of plant capacity in producing as per the expected demand. Okay, so the fourth one is regulate supply of labor. Okay, this is an another objective of forecasting, where it helps arranging for a skilled and unskilled workers to achieve the expected demand target. Okay, and the last one is last short term goal is sorry go yeah objective is forecasting of a short term financial requirements. Okay, so on the basis of sales forecast, it is possible to determine the financial requirements of the enterprise required to produce the desired output and arrange it accordingly well in advance. Okay, so this is about the steps involved in forecasting process, that is long term objectives and short term objectives. Okay, and we discussed about need for a demand forecasting and what is forecasting. Okay, so thank you.